That's so weird to hear myself.
Hello, and welcome to us, where we've lowered our banner tonight without any public pressure. So, welcome to That's What She Said. Roll those opening credits.
This program is brought to you through the kind support of the Friends of That's What She Said. Support BCTV by visiting bctv.org/support.
It used to be great, now it's not so great, but it's still pretty great. Reading. Ate pretzels nonstop and pot pie on top. More dessert till we drop. Perks. Did they really say that? They did not say that. Yeah, they did say that. That's what she said.
Well, yes, indeed, we are. That's What She Said. Back again for another hour of our monthly gab fest and fun. Just the house cleaning stuff. You can call us at 610-378-04. Oh, yes, I was right. This is what happens when you second guess.
Slow down, lady.
Yes. Oh, look at that. 378-0426, 610 area code. Or Twitter us. I have the Twitter ready at she tweets to me. I am, of course, Jane Street. This is Sheila.
That's right.
Martha.
Hi.
And Nicole.
Hi.
And happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jane.
Oh.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh.
Hey, thanks for sticking with me on that, guys.
Oh, my goodness, the extraordinary, adorable, exciting, glamorous, one-of-a-kind Miss Jane Street.
And you really must open it because it's a very special card.
Oh, my
yeah, it was
goodness
fun.
gracious. You ladies, you're such a lovely group of ladies. You warm the cockles of my cold, dead heart. Wishing you endless That's What She Said lines today. Do you want whipped cream on it? I like extra icing on mine. Don't shove the whole thing in your mouth. You're supposed to be replying with the
That's what she said.
If you can't tell what it is, pick it up and shake it around.
That's what she said.
Sure is fun, but there's always a mess to clean up afterwards.
That's what she said.
I will not. No, I'm just kidding.
Does the one on the left look a little bigger?
That's what she said.
You really got to whack it, otherwise it'll just hang there. All right, maybe we won't read through all the things. But thank you, dears. Oh, I love you so much. Thank you so much.
Happy birthday.
I try to forget these.
We have a present for you.
Goodness.
And this is for you when you go with Kirk on his travels.
Oh,
Just something to sort of keep you.
what is it, a stun gun?
No, I couldn't have gotten that past security.
All right. Put that there. It's so beautifully wrapped. I'm able to unwrap it
Hey,
beautifully.
that's nice.
Look at that.
Maybe
not.
Jane, it's an hour-long show.
At the same time, that was impressive.
Oh.
There we go.
And the answer is somewhere between 40 and death. Oh, Jenga.
Hey, that's fun.
It is.
Travel Jenga.
Oh, my goodness, that's so much fun.
It is baby Jenga.
You can take it on the bus, you can take it on the
Jenga.
plane.
You should name your
Jenga. It's
child
so
Baby Jenga.
nerve-wracking.
Maybe that can be her nickname.
Hello, Baby
I'm just
Jenga.
gonna call her that.
Baby Jane.
Oh, thank you all so much. Like I said, I try to forget these occasions after a certain point, but it's nice to be remembered.
Aw, we love you. We want you to think of us when we are gone.
Oh, well, not yet.
When you're gone, I should say.
Yeah, I was going to say, where the heck
We're
are you
not going anywhere. You're leaving us.
Oh, my goodness. Let's see. Yes, let me check the Twitter. There's nothing there. So,
Okay.
It's good. It's cold.
let's get this out of the way.
Yes.
Damn lantern flies.
Oh my gosh.
We've talked about them
killing
before.
them like
but-
crazy.
But they're just horrible little creatures.
And they're bold.
They're bold. They fly at you.
But I heard
They
they
will,
can only
but
jump like once or twice.
2 to 3 times. They have low stamina, so
Oh.
they'll evade you 2 to 3 times, and then you can kill those little
Yeah,
suckers.
so keep after
And
them.
what I love is that I am seeing on Facebook, people are like, I was at X, Y, and Z, and I killed 30 lantern flies of people.
Right.
Now like a scorpion.
Like people have all
my
rallied
goodness,
around it, and they're
I'm
like,
so
must
sorry.
kill them, and that's great.
I have a spray bottle with
Yes.
with Dawn and vinegar and water, and several times a day I just go to my backyard and start squirt the darn things
And
down.
to be honest, that has been one of the most effective
Yes.
ways
Those
to
suckers
kill them.
don't like that; they die.
I got attacked by one at Friendly's a few weeks ago before. I had never seen one before, and I was like, "Oh, look how pretty!" And then it pounced in my face, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I freaked out. And then I get to band camp, and they're everywhere. I'm
I
yelling
are
at them
bold
because I
little
have
stinkers.
crap on
Spider
my
webs.
head.
I have 3 spiders in my garden, just little guys, and they're built every morning. They have little webs out, and the lanternflies are every morning they get a lanternfly. And the spiders are much smaller than the lanternflies, so they kind of like, oh, now what do I do with it?
Yeah.
So I put the whole thing in my
What
mouth.
are you?
I had one of those
They're so
happy
pretty,
moments the
though.
other day. They
They're
are
beautiful.
beautiful, but they're horrible.
Yes.
Yeah, I wish they weren't so
I was in
bad.
my backyard and I saw this. I heard this clump, and there was a huge praying mantis that was climbing on the neighbor's back porch. And well, it just waited and waited and waited, and then zap!
And it ate
yeah.
one.
Lantern-
It got a lanternfly.
Oh,
and
That's
good
good
boy.
news.
Where are the rest of your friends?
See, and that's the concern, is that
Right.
here we're not seeing a lot of natural
yeah.
predators
No.
coming in, so to see other things preying on them is a really, really good sign, because they can cause a lot of damage to a lot of industry here in Berks, and
we have a
they
lot
are
of-
spreading.
So
But and they're
prevalent. Yeah,
moving
they're
south
everywhere.
because
Yes.
someone at the studio on Thursday is from I forget what township where they started, and he said they have many fewer of them this year than they did last year.
I
So
had
they're
never seen
moving
them before
down.
until this year.
And I have a
This
friend
year
lives
they
in
were bad,
Exton,
yeah.
had no idea what I was talking about
Ah.
because they don't have them down there yet. But I think they're going to be like the stink bugs. Remember how they
migrate.
sort of moved on through?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to put out my agriculture PSA right now and
Okay.
say, even though there's still a lot of adults right now, like you're seeing the adults, kill them, that's great. But the big issue that's coming up is that the adults are starting to lay their eggs.
And where do they lay them?
They'll lay them mostly on a tree called Tree of Heaven, also called a lanthus.
But they're on my back porch too.
But you can, but they're also laying them, I think, on oaks and some other species. If you look online, go to like Extension, Berks County Extension.
Okay.
They have great resources.
it looks
But
like
they,
one of those little rocky
yeah, they look
wasp
like a
nests.
gray mass. Like
Oh,
this.
okay.
So it's the easiest way, it's the
Hi,
easiest part of their life to take care of. You just take a scraper, scrape it right off into like a bucket of water and bleach or into a double bag, kill them that way. So yeah, kill the adults, but look for those egg masses. And if you have a lanthus in your property, it is a trash tree. Cut it down.
Kill it.
Get rid of it.
Trash tree.
It's a trash tree.
Says
I
the
don't know
ag
what it
teacher.
looks
I
Yeah,
believe you.
it is
You say that
junk.
with conviction.
So anyway, that's mine.
All right.
All right.
All right. so-
Excellent. Speaking of things that are damaging, let's talk about Manafort and Cohen and the whole Justice Department kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle. That's a good word for
And
it.
of course, they've been out of the news the last couple of days. We're not sure what's going on with that whole mishigas because of the loss of Senator McCain. But what a nest of little dumb hornets.
all friends of Donald Trump. I would hate to say that it seems like most of Donald Trump's friends are being indicted for something, and I'm not going to use my basic logic to go therefore. What does that say
What's
about
holding
Donald
you back?
Trump? Yeah, nah, it's too
Well, I mean,
obvious.
We
just kinda-
haven't held
Yeah.
back before. I think the proof is there, and it's just coming around to it. And
Indeed, and not to disparage dogs, but if you lie with dogs, you're going to get
Yeah,
fleas.
yeah.
So
Ooh, makes me
what's
itch right
the
now.
other one? If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck and commits felonies like a duck, maybe it's a duck.
then it must be a duck fart. Okay. All right. So there we go. You know, on the same subject of this miserable ball of people. Recently, there was. I mean, they're just taking things too far. we had the pregnant woman being driven to the hospital by her husband.
For a cesarean.
I don't care what his
Well, I
name
mean, but it was a planned.
But yes.
Yeah, she was being driven. She had a planned date for her cesarean section, and they stopped at a gas station. And
Hi, Anita.
the INS or whatever they are, ICE, arrested him. Said he had a warrant in Mexico, and she drove herself to the hospital.
Oh my gosh.
And had her baby. And they have 3 other children. Just find the humanity or lack thereof in doing something like that. It's beyond my belief that we could be that heartless.
Yeah. It's without understanding.
It is.
Beyond understanding. Yeah. So. Anyway.
And so it goes.
And so it goes. And
another piece of compassion lost.
500
Indeed.
children are still without their parents. They don't know where their parents are because most of them have gone back.
They've been sent back.
There
Sent
we go.
back, right?
Yep. And we've just lost a somewhat champion. I had issues with him from time to time, but he was a good man. Who I had disagreements with, but John McCain, lowering our banner for him. But he was a classy individual.
He reached across the aisle, and everyone who has talked about him has said, yeah, I had major differences with him. But he would come in the next day, and we would go on with it. Apparently he and Ted Kennedy had some major issues, but they also had things that they worked together for. Russ Feingold, who did the McCain-Feingold bill for election finance reform, they all said that he was a man who was not afraid of stating his convictions. He was a passionate man. He had been in prison of war for 5 years, 1,000 some days, and it showed pictures when he was rescued. He had 2 broken arms and a broken leg, and then they beat him. And it wasn't until they discovered that his father and grandfather were 2 admirals that they realized they'd better take care of him and give him medical treatment.
Hi, Ruth.
They offered to release him because of who he was, and he said no. He would go by the standard rule that first in is the first one released. The first one into prisoner of war will be the first released, and that was not him.
That's really honorable.
Yeah, and that was about the same time, in fact,
not a lot of people would do
that
that.
President Trump was getting his first defer from being drafted because he had bone spurs in his heel. I can't even say their names in the same breath.
In his head.
Yeah, I think the big thing is I watched a video today of his. It was a statement prepared by McCain before his death that his former campaign manager read, and there was so much emotion in this man's voice. You could tell that they had a great relationship. But McCain's speech, if you haven't heard it or read it yourself, it's beautiful.
It is.
Because in his last days, in his dying days, he addresses us, his fellow Americans, the people of this country, and tries to uplift us to be better people and to do good things and to continue. And I think that's so admirable, and I think it speaks to, he died as he lived with integrity.
And in that speech, or in that statement, he also made some very pointed remarks about what was going on right now in our country.
Necessary, and I'm so proud. There are things that I absolutely disagreed with him on, but I always respected the man because I say my big thing is I think politicians have forgotten that they are servants of the people. Yeah. You are our servant, and you need to be representing the things that we want and we see, not trying to get elected another term. And I think that politicians like him remember that civil servant aspect, not the I'm in it for myself.
Right.
And I think that's what I respect.
If you get a chance to see, and I'm sure you can find it on YouTube, the speech he made to the Al Smith dinner in New York right before the election in 2008.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Which is, the Al Smith dinner is always given just before the national election, and the candidates are there. And what he spoke, he gave the most honoring speech about Barack Obama. He said, I know only one of us is going to win, but he is a family man of great honor and great intellect and great compassion. And if he becomes president, the country will be in good hands.
And today we
Look
have...
at that.
Yeah, imagine that.
And today we
Imagine
have a
that.
president who has to be pressured by public opinion to put out a statement of decency.
Yes,
And to re-lower the flag, which
Right.
should have been a non-question.
right.
Like, and that's the big thing. You need to
Do you know what the man deserves? RESPECT.
Indeed.
Because that was another law.
That was awesome.
James learning from your segue abilities.
Segway, hooray.
Wow. You know what, Jane? I'm impressed.
My favorite part is she
You
was
got
like,
my RES reaction for certain.
she was just like,
I didn't see that one.
Wait.
I was like, wait a minute.
Because yes,
She
of
said
course.
that. No, she didn't say that.
We
No,
lost-
she did say that.
We lost the Queen of Soul.
Oh, man.
Aretha Franklin. You're welcome.
Oh my God.
But yes, the Queen
we're
of
done.
Soul has left us, and what an amazing force of nature that woman was. She was beyond imagining.
When
Yeah.
Pavarotti got sick and couldn't sing, she sang
Nessun
Nessun
Dorma.
Dorma.
I didn't know that happened
yes, and
until
then
she
she-
died and someone posted.
Yeah.
I was like, this is brilliant.
And I mean, it was last minute.
Yeah.
She got sick at the performance.
She literally winged it.
She went on, and then I guess she sang it later for the Pope. But that was kind of an encore performance. But yeah, amazing. It was just
But yes, the losses, because there were some wonderful theatrical industry people who
So
died, and recently, and I have to say, a super fan of ours passed recently, Marcia, who we visited at her home.
I remember.
We want to say thank you, Marcia, for being such an amazing part of our little world, and we'd like to actually play the video from our visit to you.
Oh.
So,
Send it up
Godspeed
there.
and roll the tape. We're here at Marsha's house. She is a big fan of the show, and we thought we'd drop in and surprise her with a visit. So let's see if she's home. Hello!
Jay!
Where?
Oh my God! Don't film! Oh, good.
Oh, you're beautiful.
Don't knock away.
Where we just wanted to stop and see a wonderful fan of ours, and thank you for watching the show. And we were walking the neighborhood. We thought, what the heck? We should stop by and say hi. We love you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you. And
Don't forget to sing.
it's planned.
me you would sing.
I will sing on the next show.
Okay.
All right. I love you.
I love you too.
And have a good evening.
Bye. Bye.
Have a good night.
Okay.
Bye.
How adorable.
So rest in peace, Marcia Gavalis.
indeed.
Cheers to you. It was a joy. Your laughter was a joy. Thank you.
It's Cabernet. Would you like some more?
It's almost empty, is what it is. My goodness, people are just popping in here. All right. Before I get too maudlin, roll that next piece of file.
Because last month it was me. I was like, whoa, it's a name.
No,
The new surprise
it's
topic
me.
is no one will know who hasn't.
That would be funny. Whoever the camera comes up on has the surprise.
Just roulette through it.
Surprise me. I like that.
But it's me. So this isn't really a surprise topic. It's just, I'm using this moment for a bit of reflection. Lately on Facebook, I've seen lots of people for their birthdays wanting you to donate to this and that and wonderful things. And I think that's phenomenal. I think it's great to give. For my birthday, however, on my page, if you're a friend of mine, which you should be, what I'm asking for is just be kind for a day. Do an act of kindness. Or more than a day would be actually wonderful. But
Just always be kind.
just always be kind. There are always going to be organizations that need your help, or causes, people, and certainly, I'm not discouraging you from giving to any of those. But I think the thing that starts that whole ball rolling is for us to be kind to each other.
Oh, indeed.
Because I think we have forgotten universally sort of how to do that. So, I will be asking for no birthday money. Thank you for the birthday Jenga, though. I love it. That was an act of kindness. But yes, just be kind. Love each other. And what do you all think about that?
Absolutely.
I think it's great.
I love being kind. It's
I
great.
think, the golden rule, it just sort of says it all if we lived by that. I drove at least halfway in here without my lights on this evening and didn't realize it. And it wasn't only when some kind soul flicked his lights that, thank you, I realized he did a kindness, because everybody else just kind of let me drive in without my lights on.
Thank goodness.
And I think what happened was I turned them on when I started out, and then somebody had those really harsh blue lights that they kill my eyes.
Oh, those LEDs.
And I thought
help.
I was giving him the high beams, and I must have turned my lights off. So that sort of backfired on my nastiness.
Don't you wish sometimes, speaking of being kind,
But there are limits, Shane.
but don't you sometimes wish you had this big bright light that shone out the
Yeah.
back end of your car? When somebody's riding up your butt with their high beams on, you could just turn it on and clique like them
Yeah.
out off the
It's
road.
so unnecessary.
That wasn't kind. But, all right, roll that outro.
Let me tell you what I can do.
Yes. Don't be a butthole. So, I can say butthole on TV.
So whatever you want.
No, I can't.
Not whatever,
no.
but
So
I've been. Our producer is giving me the stern finger. That's this one, not. That's this one.
Not the loud one.
Indeed. So I was recently on the shore, at the shore, down the shore.
by the sea,
where?
by the sea.
And I actually hit several, but my favorite was Ocean City, Maryland, because I found a lovely breakfast place that has gluten-free pancakes that are just to die
Whoa.
for, which is so infrequent. So I had wonderful pancakes. Yes, I love Ocean City, Maryland, but it's a divisive or a divisive thing around here, because some people like Ocean City, some people Maryland, or New Jersey, or Atlantic City, or the Wildwoods, or Cape May, or any of the other shore points in between. Where do we stand on this?
I only ever go to Wildwood, like with my band, so I don't really know any other shore, but I like it. I think it's nice.
It is. It's a
I'm
refreshing
down to visit
getaway.
the other ones too, but I just haven't. I think I've been to Ocean City before though, with a trip, also with a trip, and it was nice too. So either one of those, I guess, would be okay.
I found Ocean City, Maryland, to be a little too busy for me. I took that's where I took students
I go
a
in the
couple
off
years.
season, so maybe that's why I'm like, oh, this is nice, because it's not like that.
That was our officer retreat a couple years, and I just found it to be very busy and a little claustrophobic for me. I liked Atlantic City. I liked going out in the morning and sitting on the beach and reading a book. I didn't gamble. I'm not a big gambler.
Say, were you in the casino?
My mother-in-law went and gambled, and I went on the beach and read. Yeah, we went together. It was great. And we tried to get to the beach this past summer because David's never been. So, but it just didn't happen. So we're hoping for next summer. But everyone that I talked to was suggesting Delaware beaches like Rehoboth and stuff like that. So they're saying those are the best family beaches to go to. So that's probably what
Next
we'll
year
look
you'll have a
at.
little girl to bring to the beach.
Yep, we'll
We
be
have to get her a
toting
cute
two to the
little
beach.
bikini.
I like any beach that has nobody else on it. I really do not
Same.
like.
See, this is why I
Thousand
like the
Beach.
beach at night.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's beautiful.
We
yeah.
go to Dewey, usually off season.
Okay.
I love the beach because walking on the beach is very.
Romantical.
No, it just fills my soul. That too, but no, it's very. I would rather walk alone, to tell you the truth,
Yeah.
because it just fills
Cathartic.
my soul and blows out all the must of living. And
We're at the age where romance doesn't really matter anymore.
that's not true. No, that's not true.
I don't imagine that
The beach I have loved long before Barry. So the beach has just always been a place that I like to go alone. And we go to Dewey. It's neat because we have a place right on the beach, and at night off season there'll be bonfires built out on the beach,
I
and then.
love that.
I like that.
But it's very,
my
very
favorite.
quiet, and yeah, it's just very, very nice. I don't
I
like
just-
crowds and.
Yeah, I just like that whole atmosphere about the beach. See, growing up in Western Pennsylvania, that was not what we
Right,
did.
right.
Like moving out here, everyone's like, "I'm going to the beach this weekend."
What do you do
We
out in
didn't.
Western
You
Pennsylvania?
went to the lake, or you
the lake.
you went
And
to
mountains.
Kennywood. You know, yeah,
Right.
you didn't go to the ocean because it's too far away. But I love that whole mentality. And to be honest, I don't love being in the ocean. In fact,
No.
I detest it. I think it's gross. All I can think about is like
People
very
peeing and
large
stuff.
aquatic animals pooping and peeing in it, and what's in the water that I can't see that's going to try and eat me. And then you come out and the water's like, it like sticks to your skin. It's not refreshing, and then there's sand everywhere for a month and a half, and none of that appeals to me. I like being at the beach, hearing the waves, sitting in my cute little beach chair, reading a book, walking along the edge. That's the kind of stuff that gets me, like one of those.
Same.
What's that author that writes all those romance novels? That, like that.
I
Not,
agree,
but
though.
not being in the water.
I just read an
I agree.
article.
Stephen King, I
I'll
think
go
that
on the
was.
sand only.
No, but I
Stephen
just,
King, yeah.
I just read an article about a beach, and I think this is in Massachusetts, that has had a dolphin that has been around the beach for a long, long time. They've named him. However, it's mating season, and he's in rut.
Oh.
And so the mayor has asked people to perhaps not go into the water because one woman was kind of slammed by him, which I guess could be a worse thing because there's always Donald Trump, right? The biologist said, really, there is no evidence that dolphins, in rut or not, have ever gotten violent with people. They're probably the only two
don't know
species
that,
that haven't.
He wasn't getting violent with her. It was just.
Getting fresh.
But,
Getting
so they're
frisky.
urging people until the season is over for them to sort of stay out of his
Let him
way.
get his hormones.
The friendly dolphin has become really friendly.
Super frisky. Oh, that's scary though.
Oh.
Because they're big. They're aggressive
Indeed.
too, I bet.
They're strong. They're
Right.
powerful.
Sort of
I've been
sounds-
running the other way.
So if that dolphin wants that to happen, it's going to happen.
Was Flipper a dolphin or a porpoise?
What's that?
Was Flipper a dolphin or a porpoise?
Dolphin, I think.
Dolphin, I thought.
What's the difference?
No.
Oh, well, there we go.
Let me Google it.
We're sure he's a dolphin, but we're not sure what the difference is. All right. Oh,
somebody Google it.
Porpoises are smaller.
all right, teacher. Oh, and,
I teach. Well,
teacher.
hi, Jerry.
How, no.
teach
How,
oceanography.
I teach colored art, so I'm like, I can't help you here.
no. How was that
I teach
first
people how to
day?
throw things.
First day was okay. Today was our first day. I've got 2 classes of brand new students.
Oh.
They seem pretty good. I teach a lot of 9th and 10th graders. I actually love that group.
Yeah.
Because, and I tell them that, I'm like, I get you at the very beginning. I get to see you from day 1, and then my goal is 4 years later to see you walking down that aisle getting your diploma.
8th graders are the most fun of all.
They're so fun.
Because they neither fish nor fowl.
Yeah, and like they haven't developed a lot of those idiosyncrasies and quirks
Right.
and
If you show
bad
them-
attitudes.
Show them
Some of them
any-
have,
Not
but
If
yet.
you show them any respect at all, they're dazzled because nobody has shown them respect
Yeah.
for years.
I just think they're cool, and I like the way their minds work. I like how they think. I love when they ask really off-the-wall questions. That
Right.
My favorite days are when I'm doing something and they ask me this weird question.
hi
I'm
to
like,
Jerry.
all right, let's go down this
Right.
path.
To Jerry.
Those are the best days.
Hello, Jerry.
Jerry from Florida.
But anyway,
Oh,
yeah,
my
it was
goodness.
good. Air conditioning didn't work well.
Oh, my
I was
goodness.
hot. But yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, hey people, school taxes are helpful. It pays for updated air conditioning, which I did not have. I had 4 fans around the room, and I stood in front of one of them. most
You're
of the
having
day.
air conditioning issues too at Bancroft.
Were you?
Oh my goodness! Yeah, the Reading School District. A lot of the schools don't have air conditioning.
really?
Right now, so
I
yeah,
was-
Bandcamp was really
awful.
hot. We were going outside in 90-degree weather to get some
wow.
relief.
That's just
because
terrible.
inside
And to
the
get
school-
relief.
To get, oh yeah, inside the school was way hotter.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
It's
ridiculous,
terrible.
and it's true. When people
We
who
had
are
to let out
complaining
early.
about school taxes and overpaid teachers, blah blah blah, they don't understand the job or the infrastructure
That's correct.
because
I agree.
no one's becoming rich being a teacher, and you're working under the hardest, most blockaded situation possible.
And
Yeah.
there's this teacher shortage, a massive teacher shortage right now, yes.
Yeah.
There were like half the number of certificates given last year than there were 2 years ago. Yeah, it's a massive, especially at the elementary level.
Maybe they
Or,
didn't have
excuse
the
me,
paper
that's
for the
not true.
certificates.
Especially at the science and math level in secondary.
But
So if you are an out-of-work science teacher, you have no reason to be. Berks County is looking for them, science and
Science and
math.
math high school 1 year.
Thank God, right?
That was
And
for
just
geniuses.
remember,
No way, Jose.
You can phone us at 610-378-0426, Twitter us, Twitter us, tweet us, tweet us. There we go. At sign, she tweets to me, or you can comment on our Facebook live
Yeah,
stream.
I'm watching.
And Sheila will tell us if you have any questions or comments. Anybody asking anything
everyone.
interesting there?
Nope.
But back on the last
Yes.
topic, I wish all students and teachers a happy return to school,
Safe.
a safe school year, a good school year, a productive one. Work hard. Remember that education in this country is a privilege, and you should take full advantage of it. It's my
I
There
agree.
you
high
go.
horse on that one.
Indeed.
And respect your teachers. Bring them an apple. And maybe this week a fan. It's just, just a fan.
I agree.
And hope that Betsy DeVos finds the yacht that somebody stole. I just want to throw that in light of
Well,
Poor
education.
Betsy.
Our fearless
Not
leader.
registered in the United States.
Yeah.
Because God forbid you should have to pay taxes to pay for schools on your yacht.
She has 9 others.
Well, indeed, and none of those are registered in the U.S. either. But anyway, speaking of large bodies of water,
John Engelbo likes your shoes.
oh, well, thank you, John.
Do a little kick for it. There we go.
Yes, there we go. I like my shoes too, but they're a little, they can be a little trying from time to time. Oh, there we go. Oh, yes.
Gorgeous.
Thank you, darling. Payless.
And that's your nice glasses.
Oh, indeed.
They are really beautiful.
Thank you.
I hate when the screen cuts to the full panel now because everyone's sitting there like that, and I'm like, don't even fit in the chair anymore. This is ridiculous. You all look so professional, and I'm like, I can't function.
You have a paper parasite in you.
But I think what we can do
This is what happens.
No,
You're
we'll
exhausted.
we'll get one of those those like a cutout, and you can paint any body on it you want. Just stick your head through it.
My problem is this chair. I keep sliding down in it.
It's so funny.
I end up slouching.
Because you're short.
It's because I'm
Otherwise
short
you
and
would
I've
watching.
got this.
Feet on the ground.
Barely.
Now, what is the countdown on that?
I am 27 weeks and 2 days. So
All right.
You're like
Thir-
almost more than
13-ish.
halfway.
Oh yeah. I've only got about 13 weeks to go.
All right.
Oh my, I was going to
that's
say,
gonna fly by.
having never had a desire to be a mother, I don't know what weeks means.
So it's 40 total.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's
27,
9
that's a big
full
deal.
months.
That's
And
daunting.
yeah. Well, it's a marathon to produce one of these human things.
Indeed.
So, but I love it. She kicks a lot, And I think it's the coolest thing. My husband's like,
Does she
that
make
is
up?
freaky. She does. It's like this little rhythmic bumping
me.
in your belly. Yeah, it's cool.
She gets her hiccups from me.
And she rolls. She's crazy town. She's a wild child. But I love
Love
it.
her
I love it.
already.
I'm excited.
That's
I do.
amazing.
I can't wait to meet her. I love being pregnant. I'm so glad I got to do it one more time.
great.
But I can't wait to meet this little thing. She's gonna be great.
That's
And
wonderful.
Twin Valley School District, you need to get her air conditioning working
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Today was rough.
Yeah.
And speaking of rough, Hawaii avoided a pretty big thing.
Oh.
Sort of.
I mean, they got
yeah.
hit, but I mean, they had major damage and tragedy, but
Yes.
not anywhere near what
No,
they could have
Way
been.
worse.
But
Yeah.
And the volcano's still flowing. I
is
think
still
that
flowing.
indeed.
I was wondering about
Yes,
that.
I
My
just
husband
read.
said there's video because he was like, what happens when a hurricane meets an active volcano? Apparently he was not the only one that
volcano
wondered this.
wins.
The volcano won, man. But there's footage of people like, what is happening?
Yeah.
I haven't found it, but
Oh, my
Yeah, I
goodness.
just
he said it
saw
was
that
crazy
today.
to watch.
Yep.
I get nervous in thunderstorms. Like if
Oh,
something
yeah.
severe like that ever happened,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would be like,
We've had a couple rainstorms that were pretty awesome.
We've had
got caught in a
rainstorms nearly
rainstorm.
every day
Yeah,
since
yeah.
for the last 3 months.
I got lots of
What the heck is up with that?
On Facebook, it was like,
came down
it
for
rained
a
twice
freeway?
this summer. Once for 35
Yeah.
days
I was
and then
in a
again for
box
40.
party with a friend of mine, and we were in this
Exactly.
tornado.
Oh,
Oh,
my
Lord. It was like
God.
everyone's like, get inside.
Who is still in America or in
Hi, Fuzzy.
anywhere in the world? Who?
Fuzzy Nate Coons.
Oh, hello,
He's in
Nate.
America.
But who is left who can deny climate change?
Way too many people.
Yeah,
And that is
exactly.
a problem.
Exactly.
Just
That is the problem,
insane.
yeah.
It boggles the mind
Yeah.
that anyone could look at what's happening in this world and say, "Oh, that's what happened last year. It's
Is
fine."
this, are they
Totally
really,
normsies.
never sure. Are they actually denying climate change, or are they denying the effect of man?
Well,
on
it's
climate?
shifting. Some of them still deny climate change
Okay.
at all. Some of them are denying our participation, despite the voluminous evidence. Oops, somebody jumped.
Yep. Sorry.
It's calisthenics.
I
time
meant the word
in Nicole's
voluminous, I
belly.
think.
Well, what the guy running against Wolf, whose name I don't want to even mention because he wants to get rid of property taxes, but has also said that climate change is, what did he say, because of body heat? From
Oh
more
yes,
humans
body
on the-
heat.
God help me.
Yes.
Can't even.
There are more. Yes, there are more humans now than there were before. So the body heat is warming the climate, the atmosphere, and
That's what's causing global warming.
Indeed.
You know what's contributing to it more than that is the number of cattle we have on this planet because
Right.
of the high demand for the
Right,
consumption of
exactly.
beef, and cattle produce high methane gases.
Right.
indeed. Cow
So, cow farts. Yeah, I think we've talked about this
We've-
before.
we have
Something could prevent cow farts?
Just feed the cows tums so they don't have gas.
Gas X. Couldn't we give them Gas X? Like large Gas X.
couldn't we?
Do you want
but,
to eat meat made of gas X?
but couldn't we?
Assumed it was
Here-
gas.
This works out.
Oh! We put little collectors on their butts, and they fart, and we save the methane, and we use it as an alternative form of energy.
Honestly, that's pretty smart because
fuel vehicles?
methane can be a very good
Right.
fuel.
I've seen
Right.
it. You can light it up.
Yeah.
My
But they watch it
God!
on
All the
TV.
farmers complaining about not having enough money can just collect their cow farts and send it to the cow fart reprocessing place, and
Cow farts.
Come into my vision right now of a field of cattle with balloons on their butts that you see.
And then all of a sudden they take off.
what?
I just filled with air all of a sudden, like, Bessie's ready.
Or if you don't get it in time, it just, I mean, it's like an accelerant. It just,
But wouldn't that be wonderful? Although there would be those people who went late at night into the field with a lighter.
Your laugh sounded so funny on the live video.
My cackle. Yeah.
That was awesome. I love watching this.
Now, I don't know who suggested this topic, but I have I have down here,
I'm nervous.
who painted the Mona Lisa? No, it isn't that. It's
Someone made that a topic. What?
No, we're quite sure about that, are we? But what to do with too many garden tomatoes?
I put that down.
Well, see, most of my garden tomatoes have cracked because of all the stupid rain.
Oh.
So I don't have too many.
I didn't
have
try
too
this year.
few.
Oh, I should have brought you some.
Yeah. So the simple
have a
answer
lot.
is go around in the night and leave them on your neighbor's porches.
Yeah, and a brown paper bag.
But yeah, I still have tomatoes in my freezer from last year to make sauce with. So
Oh, goodness.
yeah,
What did you do? Parboil them and then peel them and put them in your freezer? You just froze the whole thing?
I started to, and then that stopped, and I just started putting them in bags and putting them in the freezer. And I said, "This is future Nicole's problem."
How big is your freezer?
I have six.
It's great.
Big gallon
Did you
bags
get the
of
watermelon?
I did.
Very nice.
They're basically
It was
just
awesome.
red ice packs in the freezer.
Ton of tomatoes now.
So yeah, they are still future Nicole's problem.
But I think just if you're not going to just throw the whole tomatoes in, I think just cooking them down for a nice sauce in the dead of winter when you want something fresh is a lovely
Yeah, I
idea.
guess that's a
That's
good
my
idea.
go-to when I have too many tomatoes. Sauce or
Yeah.
a salad.
Also
Like,
with
I
the
make some sort of salad.
overgrown basil. I know Jamie
Yeah.
just chopped down all of his basil,
Yeah, well, the
which is
basil's
like
about done, isn't it,
fields.
for the- yeah.
And now there's pesto
Yeah.
for.
Pesto.
Oh, there's pesto for the
pesto.
cold winter months.
Yeah.
Yum.
Let's roll that tape.
On tomatoes.
It's Sheila's not necessarily current movie picks.
Nice.
Uh-oh. Have you ever done a current movie?
Yes.
Okay.
I have. There are a few, though. I like old ones better, I guess. The movie I picked today is, I actually just watched it again for the first time in a really long time. The Goonies.
Oh, that's the greatest movie ever made.
These kids go on this crazy adventure
yeah.
with these bad guys
Yeah.
chasing them, the Fratellis, the family, that they're up to no good, and it's just insane. I love it.
How old is that movie?
Oh, so old. I was really little.
70s?
Yeah.
No, 80s.
Early 80s.
Early
Yeah.
80s.
Early 80s, yeah. Oh, that is
I
just
love.
the greatest movie
Goonies.
ever made. I could watch that at any point. Yeah.
Yeah, oh my
That
God.
is
I wanted to go
Sandlot.
on an adventure so bad the first time I watched it. I wanted to go underground and in the pirate ship and
Yeah.
find skeletons. Nothing ever happened.
When you
The
watch
closest
that
I'm gonna
movie-
go to is an escape room.
You watch that movie as an 8-year-old and you're like, this is what my life should be.
I said that when I thought that. I was like, what?
What did I do with my life?
Yeah, like how come I'm not on a pirate ship right now? But you know what?
So-
it was fun watching.
So a
it again.
movie that is a pure and beautiful classic. What is your favorite scene from The Goonies? What is your favorite scene?
I can't even. My favorites. Let me think. I can't. I don't know. I can't even
Wow,
pick. Like,
what is
I just
yours?
love that movie.
I have several, but
I have
think
several, too.
I think my ultimate favorite scene is when Mouth is translating for the maid that's helping him clean out the house. And they're like,
he's saying horrible
he's like,
things
I
in
speak Spanish, and he's saying these horrible things, and she's like, what? That scene is phenomenal. Like, there's
Or
just
the
pure
scene
gold.
where Chunk is like confessing his life
Yeah.
story because they were going to put his hand in the blender.
And I threw up.
All right, let's
was fun.
let's pull it into something everyone can enjoy.
Well, everyone needs to go watch this movie, and then you will all enjoy
This is
this.
a good
Oh,
film.
my
It is a
goodness.
movie of pure perfection.
We all need fantasy.
All right, roll that outro.
It's Sheila's not necessarily current movie picks.
Yep, what?
John Aker at Late Silver Tomato Lanterns.
Oh,
lanterns.
Tomato lanterns. That would be fun. I just want a quick touch on this because it's something that's bothered me and it might start too long of a discussion, but I don't want it to. And I think you do it.
Am I getting called out on something?
You just did.
You have, and it's it's likely more me than you, and whoever else does it. But there has been this uptick in people saying "friend," like "Hello, friend." How are you doing, friend? And I find, especially when a friend says that to me, I'm finding it more and more disturbing. It's like, I know you're my friend. So
Stop saying it.
Stop saying it. Just
I don't think I've ever done that.
I guess I do.
you do.
I do say it.
But I know a number of. I'm not picking on you specifically.
Yeah.
I know a number of people who. It seems like this cultural phenomenon to use "friend" as sort of just instead of saying "hello."
You know, I think it's the would it be colloquialism or just, you know how like Canadians say guy, buddy? I think that's that version of it. I don't know.
It's a recent colloquialism.
It is.
You know,
And see, that's the thing. It can't be a colloquialism if it's new.
I think
Nouveau.
I think we're an aging culture, and actually, is what it is I can't remember your name, so I'll call you friend.
Well, that's not true on my part.
Right.
I think I say it just as like, just as a
I didn't call my
gesture
cat
of.
that. Like,
It just feels demanding to me. And again, this is
Like, I assert you are my friend.
This is my
Don't have
issue.
to
I
be my
readily admit it. But it feels like I'm being demanded to defend my friendship to you by saying, yes, and how are you, my friend?
Right.
Well, I never asked you to defend your friendship to me, but I'll try to think. You know, but I think we pick these things up from each other because you say indeed,
Oh, I do.
and I find
all
myself
saying it
saying,
now.
yeah, we all say it now, and I'm like, oh, Jane, there it is. But I think it's just like these little quirks of language that
from me.
Indeed.
pull out.
I don't think. I mean, I think it's if that's happening, and it is in my world. I think my generation is not doing that. We're just kind of wondering, who are you?
My friend, yeah, like that's her name.
But I think friend is a word that we use much too casually instead of acquaintance. I mean, I could say, hi, acquaintance.
That just sounds
And that
so
would be a
off.
much truer thing.
Well, it
Because
is. I have a question, because this next one, I have no idea what it is. Noise at the pagoda.
well,
yeah, I
issue.
didn't.
there's been a major problem
Always.
with people.
Who's up there to be
A lot
disturbed
of
by
kids
noise?
apparently-
Still partying
Yeah,
up
well,
there.
but it gets really loud.
People have been partying
Yeah,
up there.
but we
for-
weren't partying like that.
All right.
When I was in high school,
This is the
that's when-
call 'em out episode.
That's when you
But who are they disturbing? There's no one up there but this
they're taking
neon thing.
gigantic stereo systems up there and partying and drinking and drugging and the
Making
people
noise.
all along Hill Road are really complaining.
Okay, so the
that
people
it
who want to
really-
go up there for a hookup can't do it in peace
No,
anymore.
no.
All right.
We would double park till there was a parking space
That's
when I
what
was in
it's
high
for.
school.
The
But it was
pagoda at
real
night is to
quiet.
find somebody to have a night with.
No, it really is a problem. It's a major, major problem.
All right, I was not aware of
And the city
this.
is trying to get other police departments to
Patty
help
Sanders
them
said
because
that.
they just don't have the manpower to be up there. But it's apparently not only a very loud scene, but a potentially very volatile scene.
Huh. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's not just going up to do what we did.
I can go out in my back
Yeah,
porch
not
and
going up
look
there.
up at the
Recently got
pagoda,
killed
and
there.
I
Yes.
haven't even.
Somebody recently got killed there?
Well,
He got
not
in a fight
within
with somebody.
out months, but yeah, but he was killed.
He was
Yeah,
attacked by
Yeah.
4 guys and
right,
they beat him.
right.
Yowza.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like a random attack. Like
No,
there
no,
was something,
yeah.
There was an issue there, but still, it happened there.
Oh my goodness
Yeah.
gracious!
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Oh, geez, Pete.
I have never had the desire to go up to the pagoda at night.
I have. I love it.
Well,
It's beautiful.
I go there every time, like during the day.
And
Yeah.
when I was young,
Always.
well, younger.
It was a parking place. It was where you went to park.
It's where you went to park, and the lights
And
of
that's what I
Reading
was
spelled
told, yeah.
a profanity regarding excrement. It did that. Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
I forgot that too.
Yes.
Well, when I went up there, the place was at the tower. There's a big parking lot, and we go up there to, whatever, quietly. And you look for
play cards is what she
steamed up windows and figure, okay, this one's probably going to pull out pretty soon, and they pulled out, and then you pulled into that parking space. You actually double parked to get a place to park.
See,
Very quiet.
You didn't need a drive-in. You had the pagoda, which was much more fun. It was
Indeed.
darker
It was
and
beautiful.
less. It was just beautiful.
Yeah.
It was. It still is.
It still is. I go there all the time.
Yeah, it is
I
beautiful.
like it.
My goodness.
making
I don't even know where we go with that. I didn't
making
know
noise.
this because I'm going to.
I said stop making
Stop
noise.
making noise.
That's
Don't
all.
go to the pagoda and make noise. Be kind. Enjoy your sex and just.
or whatever
It's
you're doing.
apparently incredible
have fun,
stereo.
but-
I mean, it's amps up there.
Yeah, the sound.
What is the
considered
police? What is this about the
Florida.
police substation? Oh, excuse me.
Wow.
Gracious.
Bubbles.
Yes, and it's not even bubbly.
There's a police substation opening
At-
across from my workplace
Yes.
at 5th and Penn.
What is
Really?
a
Right in
substation?
Right in the, I'm not
Jesse
really
did
sure. I
not
think it's
tell
just like a little tiny bitty police station.
I thought it was only going to be at Christmas.
Whatever. Basically,
Oh, no,
there's
I've
going to be a
got
police
hiccups.
presence there.
I think it was only at Christmas, yeah.
No, it's going to be. I think. Well, is
But
it
just
already?
one officer or something.
I'm not sure.
And the mayor
I
did it
just know that
without
it's happening
telling
in the
council that he was doing it.
What?
Sneaky,
Oh,
sneaky.
well.
Oh, yeah, the council was very surprised.
Wallace.
He
And
went
what's
in
the
and did it. and
what's the outright goal of this, other than just
to
increased
show how
presence?
powerful the
Hi,
mayor
Amy.
is.
Oh, okay. Well, fair enough.
And to use that building,
Wait,
which is
the-
going to waste.
The mayor could
building
just
is
say,
gorgeous.
build a police substation there and not tell
He
anyone?
found
so.
legitimate funding for it, and he arranged to have it done. And so who's going to be annoyed with another police station except that council said, hey, this is what we're on council for.
Well, indeed.
Maybe you should have contacted us.
And I think this is a PSA because I didn't know about this.
I read it in the newspaper.
The traffic is changing.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I
that
saw
it is.
that.
So they're moving it to the other side
Right,
of the street.
right.
I'm
Yeah.
looking for a
When
new
is
way
this
to get
happening?
into work. Like now.
Now.
They're
Gonna do
building. They're
one of
getting
the
it
lane-
ready.
Yeah. It's amazing what they've done to that bridge, though. That fancy scroll work, they have redone.
No,
and it
indeed.
still
It
is
looks
beautiful.
beautiful.
Oh,
It
that's
is.
cool.
No, the work they're doing is lovely.
Yeah, it really
It's
is.
just taking a long
I
time.
just want it to be done.
See, my travels do not take me anywhere near that on a regular basis. So
All of mine
I
do.
yeah, I know. I avoid most of it, but I'm excited to see it completed
beautiful.
and yeah.
Me too.
Lovely.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And I think we need to touch on this quickly. The Reading School Board approves a health resource center.
Yes.
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 That's a big deal.
The Berks County.
They shut that idea
it
down
was,
a
it
lot
was
of
the one that
times.
used the AIDS is now Berks County Wellness.
No.
Berks County Wellness is going to run the center at Reading High. And
that's
it will
wonderful.
be wonderful. Yeah, the
was gonna be
objection last
Planned
year was
Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood, and they objected to that. But
They
Berks
changed
County
it.
Wellness.
Co-County Wellness
Co-County
Services.
Wellness, yes.
Okay. Oh, well,
They're
that's
going to-
wonderful.
yeah.
That is absolutely
Yeah,
wonderful.
it will
That's
be
a-
much needed.
And quickly, we now need to go anything to announce upcoming events.
Oh, I need to give a shout out to a viewer of ours, Lorraine Greenwald, who shops at my grocery store and stopped to say hello a couple weeks ago, and I told her I'd
Oh,
give her a
hey,
shout out.
Lorraine.
So, hope you're watching, Lorraine. Hi. See you at the grocery store.
And again, thank you, Marcia, for being such a wonderful fan
Yes,
of ours,
thank
and
you, Marcia.
Godspeed on to your next plane.
Great supporter.
Indeed.
Indeed. We love you. Anyone else?
I don't this month. I will next month.
No, all right.
Yeah, next month. I don't think I have anything this month except football games. High school football
There's
season
no
has begun.
amazing band camp thing?
Band camp? No, I mean we started football season just this last week. It's so far so good.
It started early this
Can
year.
I put a plug
Yeah.
in, though, for anybody who hasn't seen Black Klansman, to go
Oh,
to
yes.
see it?
Yeah.
Go to see Black
I still
Klansman.
haven't seen
It's a
that. I do
must.
want to see it.
It is a must. You must see it.
Okay.
It's powerful. It's Spike Lee at his absolute best. The casting is wonderful.
Good.
It's Spike
story.
Lee and who? Oh, Jordan Peele.
Well, Spike Lee
Yes.
directed it.
Yes.
But it's excellent.
we gotta say
All
goodbye.
right, well then, we will see you next month on this channel at this time on Monday, September 24th. Thank you, John and Joan, and all of our BCT family, and Jamie too, for our wonderful,
whoop.
wonderful
Yay.
producer. And we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.